Welcome back to our YouTube channel. Today we are going to do a timing chain on a 2-liter Ingenium, but this time it's going to be petrol. So let's get it done. There's a cover, and then a cover, and then a cover, and then another cover. I know a little bit about thermal efficiency, so diesel is good, petrol is bad. It must be a real struggle to keep it cool. So one would think that this one is a little bit better than the diesel version because it's petrol, so it should be better, no? This one is even worse than the diesel. It's like a Valvetronic, a VTEC, a VVTi, and everything smushed together in one engine, which sounds amazing. It should be really good. It should be like, oh yeah, very good on fuel, very good on power and whatnot. No, none of the above. You're not safe with the petrol. Basically, everything is the same. Wiring loom moves away. Okay, I need to take those out to move it up. Okay, a little bit of condensation, nothing crazy. I'm gonna move the intake, top of the intercooler to get to the crank, because the boost pipe is directly in front of the crank, so they have to come off. And then over here, it is the peak of engineering. You have a sizzling hot cat, thick, big, fuck off heat shield. You look at how many wires is there? Yeah. Every single electrical wire, important ones for gearbox control and whatnot, mount every single wire on it. Yes! Okay, so first this, and then the rear bracket. Let's see if there's anything of interest in there. Yep. It's fine. It's a rare occasion. There's so much jacket on this. Like, seriously? They actually put a tremendous effort to keep this engine as hot as physically possible. Now I remember last time it was to do. There is a bolt that you need to take out, but the bolt is being covered up by these heat shield. So I need to get that out. Got it. The last bolt, and then the heat shield can come out. So we're gonna do just that. Okay, I need the wobbly head. JLR engineers. Okay, I'm gonna take out the 2 top bolts for the gearbox, because they are nice and easily accessible. The rest will be done from the back. Yeah, we can obviously only check the upper turbo. This one is fine. In general, if you have this kind of petrol and you skip on your oil services and your turbo gets fucked, they ain't gonna be cheap. Okay, cool. There's the upper bolts for the intercooler. I need to free them off. But we are pretty much done on the top. So I'm just gonna do the 2 small bits I have left, and we're gonna lift it up. Yeah, steel bolts and aluminium. Wonder what happened here. Right, let's get the cover out. This plate is the same part number, same everything like it is on the diesel. Now, 11 out of 10 diesels are leaking here. What's going on with here? Maybe someone replaced it? Okay, so prop shaft's gonna come out. After the prop shaft, I can attack the emergency release, the oil lines. There's 1 bolt for the oil lines here. I'm gonna free that off now before I forget. Boost pipe. Let's take out the boost pipe. Okay, cool. Next order of business is to free off the intercooler. Now I'm doing starter, and after starter I'm doing flex plate bolts. Once I have them out, I'm gonna start attacking the gearbox. Oh, that's fucking brilliant. The housing for the drive shaft, they made a little ear that goes up, which is completely unnecessary, but it's in the way to the signal wire for the starter, which is brilliant, because guess what? I need to take that shit off. Yeah, if you don't have wobbly sockets, you basically have a really hard time working on JLR. This one can spend a little time over there, out of my way. Okay, well, I'm already looking at it, so we're gonna drain the oil. Having oil in the engine is overrated. While that's happening, I think it's a little bit weird for 0-30, but hey ho. The cat, we need to move that. Right, so, prop shaft. Need to undo the clip for the emergency release, so that's not in me way, but maybe I'll do that when I have the gearbox hanging off. Yeah, I think I do it that way. The oil has been drained. It took 1,000,000 years for a 0-30 petrol oil, lukewarm, to drain. We have the cat off of the turbo, so we're gonna raise it up again, and then I'm going to cable tie the exhaust to the steering column because it's in the way and I need it out of the way. Okay, let me see. Okay, well, there is only just enough room to do this. The flex plate bolts, I'm taking them out so I can take the gearbox out soon. Now I can get rid of oil, and then the bracket, and then the gearbox is falling out. Okay, so this one will be moved to the side. I'm gonna take out a few bolts from the bottom because the jack is gonna be here, so the bolts will be difficult to get to. We have heat shield and heat shield, and then heat shield. We have arrived to the point where we need to do gearbox. Okay, let's get the jack. Right, so that was the thing that was in my way, which I could not see from the top. Okay, next is flex plate upper cover. There's a little bit of that. Nothing crazy. Them two electromagnets, solenoids, whatever you want to call them. So if you flip it upside down, and this one is stuck. See, this one comes out. Okay, so that's timing bolt out from the top. Now it's main cover. Yep, it's ready for cleaning. A sticky tensioner or some sort of a tensioner failure could be, because that tensioner is all the way in. So let me show you the modifications you need to do on the timing tool. If you have a Sealy tool, what you need to do is you need to skim this, if you see it, how thin you have to make it, because this sits behind the cam sprocket, and it's perfectly fine because the cam sprocket to the cam is completely flush. But there is one very important thing: they have not accounted for the chain, so you need to make the room for the chain. Also, these tubes, you need to trim it shorter, because when you bolt it up, it's actually like this, so it's taking up even more room from the chain. Absolute bollocks. Also, because the tubes are just more or less in place, you need to make the hole bigger. So you need to get in there with a drill and then start moving up and down so that you can actually have enough room to button this shit up. Once you've done all of this, it's actually quite a useful tool. Should you not do that, you torque the fucking thing up, and then you pull it out, and it becomes loose again, because obviously this was pressing against the chain. Let's bolt it up. Okay, those don't need to be tight, they just need to be there. Let's time up the crank. That's another tool that we have modified. This is specifically for the longitudinal engine fitment. Basically, we just cut off half of it because that goes behind the intercooler. So you need to take the intercooler bracket, and it's painful and it's long and it's absolute pointless because this will do the job just the same. It has been proven many, many times. There's a little bit of that. This first. Okay, cool. Diesel, the length of the chain is very, very tight on the sprockets. So you need to have a sprocket floaty or removed completely to be able to take the chain off. Now on the petrol is not the case. I have removed everything I wanted to remove. So all that's left is a little bit of scrubbing and we can start fitting the new parts on. Okay, so this link should be lining up with this line on the block. Click, click. No, 35, 25, 25, 25, 25, 12, 12. There we go. Right. So we have the bits on. Chain is fitted. I'm going to take off the tools, turn it over, make sure it's all nice and spot on. From here on out, I'm going to switch them into reverse and we're going to put things back on. There we go. It's going to get the sensible nip. Bolts around. Remain. Just like so. Yep, perfect every time. Yeah, nothing but the best, buddy. Nothing but the best. JLR and best. That doesn't exist. They know they fucked up because they've made obvious modification. There's a superseding part number, you can't get these anymore. Wonder what happened. It's one of them things that they're not gonna tell us, you know. They fucked up like, shh, let's just sell them the superseded part. It's gonna be alright. Nobody will know. Right, before anyone starts to worry, this is not a fuel. This is DIY for home. This, on the other hand, that's fuel. Now this one is a mean motherfucker. Let's clean the surface. I'm going to clean the seams, make them nice and dry, a little bit of silicone, gasket cover, and finally we can put the gearbox back on. Gasket there and there. It is time for the big boy to go back in. Okay, this side is tight. Everything is tight. That's how we like it. Sorry, children. Put a little bit here. The gearbox is on with 2 bolts. It's gonna be prop shaft, the rest of the bolts, mount, and then slowly but surely we're nearing the end of this job. Everything on the bottom has now been connected, secured, tightened. So now we're gonna go to the top, do the rest, because it's going to have a full service and the gearbox service and the diff service at the same time. Just gonna put air filter, oil filter, finish off the top, spark plugs, and then we're gonna fire her up. This fucking thing. I hate it already. Need to find the hole, and it's difficult because it's not hairy. Sorry, children. Lube! Now I'm going to do spark plugs because I need to wait for the oil to come in. Nothing crazy, it's nice. Nice brown color, beautiful. I love my new socket, it's magnetic. Here it goes. Chop. Coil pack. Now we have the oil. So we're gonna put the oil in. Got me paddle pressing stick. Right. Okay. So now we're gonna lift it up, check for leaks. And I think while it's running, I'm gonna do the rear diff service. No leaks. Good. Okay. So, diff. We're gonna drain for the diff, and then you got a level bung for fill. Ah, look! We're gonna advise these. These exhaust clamps, they don't do too much. I mean, they cracked all the way. Okay, let's drain the oil. Trick question. Why do you always open the fill on gearboxes and diffs first? It's because if they are seized in and they won't come out, that means you drain the oil and you have no means to fill it back up. Whee! Yeah, it's not bad. Now we're gonna replace the seal, put it back in, fill it up with oil, and it's good to go. Yes. Okay. Yes. Okay, that goes back in. Right, so this is the timing chain and the rear diff and some of the filters done on this. This is our video concluded. If you want to watch the gearbox service, you can watch it on TikTok. So all that's left is a good old road test, and it goes back to the customer. Thanks for watching.